Improving and changing our world takes time. We aren't able to do much in a small period of time that can make everyone's life easier. It's important to start small and create a difference in the communities around you. I decided to focus on the inequalities in our city, Chicago. With racism taking place around our city and individuals who are hungry, I can take responsibility for the privileges I have and take action. This documentary will include 2 actions I decided to take in benefiting the lives of individuals in Chicago and benefiting myself as an individual who also wants change. Inequalities based on income, sex, age, disability, sexual orientation, race, class, ethnicity, religion, and opportunity continue to persist across the world. Inequality threatens long-term social and economic development, harms poverty reduction, and destroys people's sense of fulfillment and self-worth. Global inequality affects us all, no matter who we are or where we are from. People experience inequalities everywhere in the world, although I first decided to focus on the city, so let's learn more about Chicago. According to census data, 1 in 10 Chicago residents are living in poverty. An article by Book Club Chicago describes that national nonprofit Feeding America estimates 785,890 people in Cook County are food insecure. That makes Cook County the 3rd largest population of food insecure people in the United States. Food insecurity means lack of consistent access to nutritious foods. With the coronavirus, it's harder for people and families to access local stores that provide food. The Greater Food Depository helps to create a difference in the lives of people that live with food insecurity, which is why, for part of my action, I decided to volunteer with my family in helping to create change, which you will see later on. According to an article in Book Club Chicago, the Black population in Chicago is decreasing, one of the main reasons being the growing inequalities in the city. People of color and food insecurity face inequalities every day, and given this opportunity, I'm glad to create change in these communities. These are some of the images I took from my experience at the Greater Chicago Food Depository. These were our results.
Packing 120 pounds, contributing 100 meals to our mission. So you each contributed 9 meals each, a very small but mighty group. Thank you all so much. That's all I've got for you. See you next time.
I was able to come across the Southside Together Organizing for Power organization, otherwise known as STOP, which helps in dealing with the inequalities Black people face in Chicago every day. For the second part of my action, I decided to donate money to the STOP organization that I had raised by selling rings. This had to be done in multiple steps, so here they are.
would you like to start off with introducing yourself?
Sure. My name is Dominic Surya, and my role is Development Associate on the staff of Southside Together Organizing for Power.
What made you interested in working with STOP, or why did you choose to work with STOP?
Certainly, I went to Chicago for college. I went to the University of Chicago, which is a very wealthy school next to a lot of poor neighborhoods. And in my first year, some friends of mine were campaigning with residents in the neighborhood of Woodlawn, just south of us, for a trauma center. And I wasn't sure about it, but I became sure when they had some prayers that the University of Chicago didn't want, because the prayers were for a trauma center, which is a type of hospital that can support gunshot victims. And we have a lot of them on the South Side. And so over the course of my time as a student, I worked more with STOP, and we won a trauma center. And then when I graduated, I helped them. They helped me do more fundraising. That's how I got this role.
What do you hope is the outcome of STOP, and what do you hope to achieve?
We have goals in 3 areas: housing, mental health, and youth. So the trauma center was a goal of the youth. Younger people are more often involved in violence, unfortunately, and we too often blame it on them and not on the lack of resources. And that's true for mental health as well. We want the city of Chicago to reopen at least 5 mental health clinics that it closed under the previous mayor, under Rahm Emanuel. And finally, we have goals around stopping gentrification, or the displacement of low-income people.
Well, last question. I know I've asked you this before, but what specifically will the money I raised, which I'm not sure if you've seen, but I've been able to raise $108, which is really exciting.
Oh my goodness.
So what programs will the money go to, and how will it help those programs specifically?
Certainly. So we have 3 community organizing programs for the 3 areas I mentioned. So we have what we call a Chicago Tenants Council, which has low-income renters from at least 5 large complexes or buildings, apartment buildings. We have the Mental Health Movement, which has patients from the clinics that have closed, also some therapists that worked there. And then we have the Social Justice Club. And so your donations would support the staff and the supplies for all 3 of those programs, and then some things that all the programs do together, especially leadership development, like workshops.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time and for letting me ask you some questions. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your teacher we are very excited at this model of learning. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'm so grateful that I was able to contribute and be a part of a difference in one's life. I was able to donate a little over $100 and volunteer at the food depository that both helped in creating change in someone's life and also mine. By completing these actions, I was also able to learn more about myself and my passions. I'm proud of my family and I for being able to contribute and benefit many families in need. I hope in the future to continue volunteering and donating money to organizations that will help to make a difference in many people's lives. With the 2 actions I completed, I was able to learn more about myself and the communities that surround me. The journey of raising money and donating to an organization that will help Black lives in Chicago and volunteering with my family at the food depository are experiences I will never forget. With inequalities in our city, it takes little by little to change them and improve our environment. By doing these small actions, we are one step ahead in reaching our goals. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.